Oh my gosh.
Whoa, what?
Look,
You cannot
look at that.
say that.
He
That's
said
ridiculous.
it.
You cannot say that.
I can't believe it.
Oh, my breast, it's herniating.
He is a communist bootlicker.
I bet you're wondering if I'm single. This is the worst day of my life. And it's only gonna get worse. What are we looking at today? Johanna?
I don't know, I feel like the lights, I think it's making my cheek look extra shiny.
Yeah.
Is it?
Which one?
Actually.
He's gonna do something crazy, I know it. This guy's mad. Hope the people at home like this. We call it content. Are you finished yet?
We're gonna talk about, I think 3 or 4,
Yeah.
maybe 5, maybe 6.
4, 5, wait. 6.
Various subjects related to politics mostly. But, you know, COVID, because that's probably one of the most political subjects right now.
What's COVID? Let's tell the people at home what COVID is.
COVID is a virus that escaped from a lab in Wuhan, China, and it got everywhere.
Got all over the place.
Got all over.
No crevice was left unscombed.
People started to get afraid of COVID for some reason. And then a lot of stores started doing all this like hygiene, like high level, like we gotta be clean, put up the plastic, we gotta sanitize like crazy. Well, is it time to do away with hygiene theater? Experts say yes.
What does that mean?
Why it's time to stop wiping down groceries and other COVID-19 cleaning measures that don't reduce transmission risk. Yeah, this was an article that was trending earlier. Getting people to understand that simply knowing that a virus is present in something on a surface or in an aerosol doesn't mean that that's an efficient way for the virus to get itself transmitted. One of the issues with disposable wipes is that they contribute to the overall problems of trash. So pretty much just goes over at length about how like cleaning things and that the virus
Could you pick a more boring subject?
The best part about this article is that it says, but COVID-19 cleaning protocols, particularly in grocery stores, are comforting for some people.
They make me feel snuggly and comfortable. Just like when my grandpa used to rub my head in the soft spot and I'd go, oh.
Such as this, honestly, I think it's mentally relaxing a little bit.
I think it's mentally retarding.
Who received his first dose of vaccine last month, but still carries a pair of disposable gloves in his back pocket and disinfects every mail order package before letting it sit on his balcony.
Yeah, sounds like a real schizophrenic to me.
For others, COVID-19 cleaning protocols have become a distraction. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, distracting from the real cause. The government, man, they're trying to take us all down. I tell you, it's the real cause. It's all just a distraction. Yo, let me break it down.
All of this is just for show. It's kind of what we talked about last week. Fauci said masks are just for show. COVID hygiene is basically theater, most of it. Practically all of it. It's all just a farce.
You know what? I think they actually lied about a couple things. This is just a conspiracy theory. But hear me out, fellas. What if they lied during the coronavirus pandemic?
Who? Oh, George.
He's one of them.
And Dr. Fauci and Joe Biden and the entire
That's a couple. Yes.
liberal agenda.
If you want to name just a few.
In an attempt to brainwash, fearmonger, divide, and control all the brainless sheep.
That's the short list, but you know, we don't have all day.
This is actually something it was trending, and it fooled me. It clickbaited me. I got clickbaited. Happens to the best of us.
Well,
anyways. What the?
What's happening?
When I hit you, I absorbed some sort of energy. Wait.
What happened? I can't see.
Okay. So, It says race relations in America
Are getting a little bit racier.
are getting worse. It's like we're undoing it. Race
Wow.
relations in America is being like progress undone. The fine print says most Americans see little improvement in relations between police and minorities. They present it as if it's like between race, and I was just like, police is a race?
Well, yeah, Caleb. Everybody knows every officer is white.
I don't know.
Skinned.
How can you make this like a story? This is like the most brain dead thing I've ever read in my life. It's up there. According to our interactive poll tracker, just 1 in 10 adults think relations have improved between police and minorities since George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer last May.
I think if you just ask them, have relationships between police and people improved? They probably also, most people would probably say, no, I don't think any relations with police have improved since then.
Even if George Floyd, like, let's say the George Floyd thing never happened, and let's say none of the crazy riots, burning down buildings, let's say none of that happened, would anyone say, yeah, my relationship with the police is just skyrocketing?
Yeah, every time I see an officer, he gives me a lollipop, and I say, man, you're my pal. And he goes, yep, and he shoots you in the leg, and he says, that's a warning.
So that was the alternate reality, where if everything went fine, I still don't think it would have been like what? It would have gotten better?
Black people and officers get along? Probably not.
Officers are just like other...
Is that because George Floyd was killed by an officer of the law?
For most people.
When I see a police officer, I think, I gotta stop him before he kills a black person. And the fact that you don't is honestly just disgusting. Leave a comment of what you think when you see a police officer.
Well, let's just say this. To clarify why I say I just see a guy doing his job, it's because there's like 800,000 police officers in the U.S., and the fact that we see like less than 100 of them actually commit some sort of horrible act over the course of every year.
Imagine if...
the sheer amount of good officers... Or at least just, let's say, basic people who just do their
officers that
jobs.
don't kill people. Yeah. Can you imagine if you're like neighbors, like your neighborhood sheriff, and you go out in the morning to get your newspaper, and you see him like walking out to his car, and you go, "Hey, how's it going? You damn racist!"
When you compare the numbers, your odds of meeting some actually messed up in the head police officer is so incredibly low.
Yeah, I mean, George Floyd was just walking down the street. It's like they just ganged up on him, all 5 of them.
Let's lead up to the next thing, which is roughly on the same subject. I saw on Vice magazine. Isn't Vice magazine for like...
12-year-old girls?
Yeah, 12-year-old girls or like deranged teenagers who just...
I have no idea what Vice even is.
It's just a magazine that promotes propaganda and division.
Oh.
That's what they do.
I thought it was a type of clamp.
And I just saw this headline. I didn't bother clicking on it because it just sounded so stupid. It said, what if we just stopped calling the cops? For decades, the solution to Black Americans' distrust of cops has often been to not call them. Now white people are catching on too.
House being invaded, you're being stabbed to death, don't call the cop. He'll just give the criminal another knife. It's a good thing white people are finally catching on.
They're catching on.
I stopped calling the cops the last time one shot my leg.
After you called them?
He thought I was black. And then as he noticed I was white, he moved the gun, but he was already pulling the trigger. I just got lucky. I'm lucky the sun reflected at just the right moment off my incredibly white, pale skin. I guess I'm a survivor of some sort.
You're the most cracker person I know, Derek.
I love crackers.
And I mean that.
With salt. With saltines.
You're a saltine.
Everybody calls me a saltine cracker.
Like you're white, but you have like that like tan, just kind of subtle like.
Saltine cracker, all right.
Oh, in other news, the 74th World Health Assembly is taking place. Nobody cares. Okay, now we're... Oh, battery's about to die.
Those steroids work miracles. I can smell it. I didn't expect it to be that thick. I even like tried to sniff, it just like went up my nose. And I was like, the camera's back on. If we look at like we're in a different place, Caleb went and moved the camera because he had to change the battery because it died. We buried the battery out back.
Lastly, we're going to talk about John Cena.
John Cena.
So John Cena is famous from movies, and he's in Hollywood, and WWE, which means worldwide... Wait. World Wrestling Experience.
Worldwide ectoplasm.
Just
You
plasma.
know John Cena leaves a goo everywhere he walks? He has a gland. He sprays a little goo behind him all the time. People go, what's this? They wipe it off the ground. They're like, oh, it's John Cena's goo.
Hang on. I just want to smell some of his ecto.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Smell John Cena goo.
All right, so
Wait,
the part...
Hold on, what is this? Sorry, my phone's vibrating. It's John Cena. Hey, John. Called me the N-word
Really?
a couple times. Actually, it sounded like he was talking to somebody else. I think he accidentally, rump dialed me. He's got good cheeks, I'm told.
John Cena is facing controversy because he directly made an apology video apologizing to China for calling Taiwan a country.
What?
Yeah,
Calling Taiwan a country?
He called Taiwan a country, and then he issued a direct apology. Yeah. John Cena issues apology to China over calling Taiwan a country.
Can you imagine if
Its
I had to
own
apologize
country.
for stuff like that? Could
Yeah.
you imagine the list of things I'd have to apologize for?
In his video, which we're not going to watch because forget that, he spoke in Mandarin saying, "I'm really sorry. You have to understand that I love and respect China."
No, I love and respect you, China. Please, kiss me on the forehead. It's like, wow, John Cena, somebody should kick your balls out. Because at first I was like, what's the big deal here? And then when he said, I love and respect you, it's like,
Yeah. Called Taiwan a country during a promotional interview with a Taiwanese broadcaster, generating backlash among his fans on Chinese social media platforms like Weibo or Weibo, W-E-I-B-O. That's how it's spelled. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of such a thing. The fact that he actually made an apology video, full on YouTuber style, just like looking all sad up at the camera, and being like, I have made a mistake.
And I love China.
I love China.
China's never done anything wrong. They're great
I'm sorry
people.
to like just assume that Taiwan was its
China
own
would
country.
never hurt a fly. They need the flies to get rid of the bodies. Yeah, John Cena looks like more like John Wiener. People are gonna click on this for the John Cena bit, and it's gonna literally be like nothing. People are like, this guy's making a bunch of racist jokes. I clicked here for John Cena. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's gone.
Well, I'll do a little teaser for the John Cena at the beginning.
Yeah, keep him watching.
Here, should we just do some like fake acting, like, oh my gosh, look, I can't believe he said that. Like we're looking at the phone. Oh my gosh.
Whoa, what?
Look,
You cannot
look at that.
say that.
He
That's
said
ridiculous.
it.
You cannot say
it.
that.
I can't believe it.
Oh, my breast, it's herniating.
He is a communist bootlicker.
I clasp
All
my
right,
cheeks
guys.
around John Cena's
What should we
back
call
of his
this
head,
series?
and it crushes his skull.
What should we call this?
It's just topics. We're talking about things. All the young people are talking about it. Young people like... young people don't talk
Billie
about this stuff.
Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish. He's a great guy. Wait. Remember to stay tuned next time when we talk about Hillary Clinton shotgunning down Bill Clinton in the streets of Alabama City, Chicago. Next time.
I don't think I have any pants on.
Wow. Something.